Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Got two left feet. Get on the ballroom beat. They're dancing in the street. They're on the ballroom beat. We can tango, we can swing, we can do anything. Walking through the door and waltz on the floor. You wanna feel the heat? Get on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Foxtrot on the ballroom beat. Salsa on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat.
Good evening and welcome to On the Ballroom Beat. I'm your host, Lania Berger, and we have a very special episode for you tonight because my special guest is from an award-winning film, Mad Max Fury Road, one of the stunt drivers, Eduardo Marques. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lania. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I am so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
I'm going to tell you, it's been a year since the film came out. I've been wanting to get you on the Ballroom Beat with me. You've been so busy, and I'm so excited it finally lined up that we could be here together.
Me too. Thank you very much.
So, like I was saying, Mad Max Fury Road was nominated for 10 Oscars this year, including Best Picture, Best Director, incredible nominations. They took away 6 of those awards. I know that when we were watching, it was like we were toasting every time that you guys won. 6 times we toasted to Mad Max Fury Road. How does it feel to be a part of not just an incredible stunt movie, but one that is now critically acclaimed and award-winning?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. The franchise was already amazing from the first ones. And just to be part of that was already, this is incredible. Then going on to win all that and to create also a big buzz on let's bring back all the action, the way it's supposed to be, like old school, no CGI, and, transforming, including being nominated for Best Picture, which never really happens for an action movie of that kind. So it was amazing.
Incredible. And now you also won some more awards. This past weekend, Eduardo and his wife went over to Los Angeles to celebrate at the Paramount. They had the Taurus Awards for 2016. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Taurus Awards are?
Yes. The Taurus Awards is a worldwide association that would award specifically for stunts. So they have many categories and many awards that goes just for stunts. So it's pretty much like an Oscars for the stunt world.
Perfect. Oscars for the stunt world, but worldwide. So any action movies that are happening in Australia or Russia, they're in this as well.
Everybody, yeah.
And you guys were nominated for 6 awards.
6 awards, yeah.
And won 3 of them.
Yeah, the most that night, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Incredible. Can you talk a little bit about the awards that you won at the Taurus?
Yes, the Taurus, we had the specialty stunt with the polecats. We had also the second unit director and the stunt coordinator, well deserved for all of it. And also we had for the rigging, which is, the group of people that make everything possible, from safety lines all the way to creating the ramps and everything that goes with.
Congratulations to the entire stunt team at Mad Max, including you, Eduardo, for such an incredible accomplishment with that film. It's just amazing what's been done. Now, if you haven't heard of Mad Max Fury Road, I don't know where you've been for the past year, but it came out a year ago this week, actually, and we had a very special premiere for Eduardo's friends and family when it did come out, and we filled the entire theater with all friends and family.
Yes, we did. It was great.
It.
Yeah.
And we have some highlights of that night for all of you to see right here on the Ballroom Beat. With On the Ballroom Beat, and I'm here at the premiere of Mad Max Fury Road. As you can see behind me, the theater is filling up. Now this theater is a special one because it has been reserved for the personal friends and family of Eduardo Marques de Oliveira. We're all excited to see the stunt driving in Mad Max Fury Road. Eduardo Marques de Oliveira. Now, this theater has been reserved specifically for his friends and family here at the premiere of Mad Max Fury Road. We're really excited to watch your stunt driving. Can you give us a couple clues on how to recognize which is you?
Yes, the fastest car.
The fastest car! I love it, that's awesome. Now seriously, did you drive just one kind of car, multiple cars?
No, multiple cars, different scenes, but one of the ones that you're gonna recognize is one that has a big claw in the back, and it's a direct interaction with Mad Max himself and stuff, but many different scenes.
That's awesome. Now we're a ballroom dance show, so we're obviously concerned about choreography. How precise do you have to be when you're driving in something like this?
Very, very, because the camera angles are, specifically for every shot, so you have to be on your mark no matter what else is moving around you, and so everybody, in some scenes we're like 40 to 45 vehicles together, and it has to be perfect.
Okay, one more question for you. Turn around and look up. What do you think of that?
Look how many people pretend they like me.
Look at all these people here to see you. Are you so excited to be surrounded by friends and family at your premiere?
A lot of support, it wouldn't be the same thing if you didn't have the people supporting and the people enjoying together. So.
Hey, congratulations. Can't wait to see the film.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Eduardo Marques de Oliveira, stunt driver for Mad Max Fury Road, getting ready to see his premiere right now.
I give it 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely love that movie. I have a feeling I'm going to see it again and again and again.
Fantastico. I love it.
What a lovely day indeed. That was the premiere of Mad Max Fury Road last year with stunt driver Eduardo Marques. Really special night, wasn't it?
It was really, really fun. Yeah.
Now, we were talking in that little package about the precision that's required in stunt driving. And you were sharing with me before the show something fascinating that ties right in with ballroom dance lead and follow. You were saying that that the director, George Miller, had music playing throughout so that you guys could feel the emotion he wanted and follow the rhythm.
Yes.
Can you talk about that? That's so cool to me.
Yeah, for sure. The big truck, when you see with the guitar player in the front, with all the speakers and all of that is functional. So what they were doing is that the guitar player was really up there for a lot of the sequences, especially the long sequences with all the cars together for the battle. And the 4 drummers were in the back, and they were actually playing everything and changing the rhythm just like it was going to be in the movie, so we could actually time everything. So it's perfect choreography. And everybody had, radios, but also timing with their own cues, and the music was helping them.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So in ballroom dancing, we say that the lady's following 2 things. She's following the man that she's dancing with, the leader, and she's following the rhythm of the music. And for you guys, same thing. You're following the radio in your ear and the beat of the music.
Yep, and a lot of times the truck was our reference point as well. So then you would have 35, 40 cars behind just trying to time everything with that truck.
And so, when I watch Mad Max, something that I find fascinating is that I know that we have stars like Charlize Theron and Tom Hardy, but to me, the true stars are the automobiles, the cars.
Right.
And so I think it's great that Miller evoked emotion from the way that you drove to really propel the story.
Yeah, no, and that's what he wanted to. Every car is unique, the design and everything. It has a story behind, and also has a function for the war, and the timing comes from the emotion. It's just like, a real battle with, the warriors, and the cars are the warriors, yeah.
And when you were working with George Miller, did he give a lot of direction to you guys? Were you familiar with the story, with the theatrical aspect of it, or just with the task in front of you regarding the stunt?
Both. They gave us the story as well, so we could follow and know exactly what he was looking for. And he was very hands-on the entire time he was there, just guiding every little detail or anything that he could see that could be different. And a lot of it was timing, it was choreography specifically for the stunts that we would, rehearse in the morning and everything.
And something else that I think is probably unique is the fact that you have stunt drivers directly connected with some of the stunt performers. An example of that is something you won the Taurus Award for, the pole...
The pole cats,
pole
yeah.
cats.
The pole cats, yeah. Yeah, those, the timing has to be perfect in between everybody. The people that are moving the poles, the people that are actually doing the stunt on top of the poles, and the drivers, because, if you are 1 foot, 2 foot, off, they cannot do the pickup with other people, and they cannot do the transfers and all that. So it's very dangerous because a lot of times also they were going into a specific little opening on top of the truck, so it had to be inch perfect. Yeah.
Talk about trust.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, you actually had a stuntman on top of your car at one point, correct?
Yes, for many different ones, but for the one of the main scenes, the one we actually interact with Tom Hardy, that we attack in the truck, on top of my truck was a harpoon man that is the son of the stunt coordinator, so a little bit more pressure. Now, we were actually already in a very unique sequence because there are 4 main drivers directly with Tom Hardy, not the stunt double, and then his son on top of my truck, so everything was a lot of pressure,
How was it working with Tom Hardy?
Oh, he was great. He was super nice to everybody. Just the nicest person ever. Very, very easygoing, very professional.
Did he do some of his own stunts?
Yes, he did a lot of, including that sequence. And my cue actually was a visual cue from him. So he right away in the beginning came to me and said, "Hey, if you need me to change something, or if you cannot see it, let me know," because of the dust. It was incredible. So yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, a lot of dust. A lot of dust, for sure, over in Namibia, which is where you were shooting, over in Africa. There's actually a video that I'd like to show you. And Taylor, if you don't mind playing it without audio, because Eduardo, that way I'd love to hear your commentary. This is a video that shows you what happens in the movie and then the backstage view of it as well. So let's take a look at some of these Mad Max moments.
Oh yeah, see this is the desert, the main desert, and this is another part actually they call the moonscape, over there. It looks just like the moon, and that's pretty much what you're gonna see right now is pretty much how it was. Dust is not fake. They didn't enhance that. Most of it that is all real dust. There you go. That's without the enhancement, and that's how much dust. So we don't have windshields in a lot of those cars because of the visual effect that he wanted.
Wow.
So everything was flying off the different cars inside your car. So it was very difficult to see, very difficult to navigate and stay in formation, especially because you had motorcycles in between the cars. You had people that had moments that they had to move forward and attack. So you really had to be precise, amongst 35, 40 cars and motorcycles. In the terrain, it looks pretty smooth, but it's not. It's very, very rough. It's one of the oldest deserts on Earth, and it's very, very rough. So,
wow, I'll tell you what, I get nervous driving in the rain. Look at that. What is it like to drive through fire, Eduardo?
It's very fun, but
it's fun.
I wouldn't do this at all without the preparation, please. But no, it's great. And actually, a lot of the sequences that I worked, that was the main truck right next to the war rig, which is the main truck. As well, the main big truck, and that was on fire and exploding. And so a lot of those sequences, my truck is the first one right next to it. My car is the first one connected to that truck, and fire is going for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy.
That's cool. And can I ask you? I know this sounds silly, but what does fire look like as you drive through it?
It's a wall. You cannot see it all. Like depending on how much fire you have. Like for a lot of these sequences, we had so much that. You cannot see through. It's pretty much like you're driving through a wall, totally blind.
Wow. What was the most challenging thing for you while you were on the set here, driving through this crazy desert?
Yeah, I think for everybody it was, when we were doing the high-speed stuff, was the dust. The dust, being able to really be where they wanted for the cameras, because you'll have cameras everywhere, camera cars also following you, so you have to be in the exact angle. He shot a lot of, close-ups and everything that you had to be perfect. And doing that with another 15 cars over crazy terrain and without being able to really see it, it was not very easy. Yeah.
That is amazing, Eduardo. Wow, that is really, really fun to watch and see. Just wild what you guys did. When we come back, we're going to be talking some more to Eduardo Marques. So don't go anywhere, because we've got more great stories to you from behind the scenes of Mad Max Fury Road.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Join us for the 8th annual Car Shows for Charity Breast Cancer Car Show on May 7th with proceeds to benefit USF Breast Health. Cars will be displayed along historic Tarpon Avenue in downtown Tarpon Springs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Registration from 8 to 10 a.m. Over 50 trophies, great vendors, music, and giveaways all day. Pre-registration is $20. Day of show, $25. Spectators are always free. Space is limited, so register soon. Help us drive away breast cancer. For more information, visit cs4c.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
Welcome back to On the Ballroom Beat. I am Lania Berger here with Eduardo Marques, stunt driver from Mad Max Fury Road. Before the break, we were looking at some really cool footage of you guys shooting Mad Max Fury Road. Can you talk to us a little bit about the scene and how it comes from, conception to film?
Yeah, no problem. Every morning it will be a big board with, the specific cars and who will be driving the specific cars. And then if it was like a specific sequence, for example, like the one I did with Tom Hardy or a couple of those like that are more complicated, they would kit us and actually believe it or not, use a lot of Matchbox cars first. So we can choreograph everything, just like you have on the books, for dancing, you have the steps.
Yeah.
So you look at all of that, then you get out in the cars and then we do everything outside, do like a small rehearsal sometimes. Sometimes they don't have time. And then we'll go in and then wait, because George Miller also wanted to be very, very precise about doing old school movies. So he wanted the light to be perfect. He wanted everything. So for a lot of that as well, we were parked for maybe 2-3 hours waiting for the perfect moment. And even a helicopter was there, landing and everything. And then everybody was just like, go, go, go. This is like, we have, 15, 20 minutes max with the light the way he wanted. And then everybody would have to remember everything and be on top. And that's the only one shot. Otherwise, I had to wait all the way to the next day. Yeah. So that is pretty much how we did a lot of the driving.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, I should also clarify, George Miller has done all of the Mad Max movies, correct?
Yep, he created, he did everything from the beginning. And the stunt coordinator was actually a stunt guy in the old movies.
Really?
Yeah, and a lot of the production team also was from the originals, yeah.
Hey, that might be you in 20 years.
Yeah, never know.
But I thought it was cool, too, that you were saying that you and a lot of the drivers were inspired to become stunt drivers from the original Mad Max movies.
Yeah, a lot of people in the industry. That was one of the, it changed everything, actually, created a genre that everything followed afterwards, like Die Hard movies, like, all of that came because of Mad Max, because the way they shot everything, because the way they did the stunt. So it was just, changed the game. Yeah.
Amazing, yeah. Amazing. And so I mentioned this earlier, that it was shot in Namibia, which is over in Africa. So you had to transplant yourself all the way on the other side of the globe over there. Tell us, what was Namibia like?
Namibia was incredible. It was a huge surprise that they had so many different landscapes as well. Because when you said travel, of course, we were shooting in a lot of the deserts and the dunes and all that. But when you start traveling around, it's just a beautiful place. The people, and they are amazing. The food is amazing. It's a big mix of Germans, British, and the locals. So you have different food and different, resorts and different places. But of course, where we were like in the middle of nowhere, traveling every morning when it was still dark, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2.5 hours from the camps, from the hotels, from the houses to get there. And then shoot all day, and then come back home. You will be home, maybe 8, 10 o'clock at night to do it all over again, 6 days a week. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, for months. I was there for over 3 months, and the whole unit was there actually for a little over 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
And after shooting was over, you and your wife got to do a little bit of African safariing, didn't you?
Yes. We took advantage and just traveled around. Beautiful place.
That's outstanding. Now, we talked about how you were inspired to become a stunt driver by Mad Max. I want to point out that you've enjoyed cars since you were a little boy. I found this picture. Look at you at the steering wheel of a car. How old are you there? You're just a tiny little guy.
I don't think it's even 2, not even. Yeah.
And so you started loving the idea of driving way back then, and you've done some really incredible things. I know the X Games, that you
Yes.
were part of the X Games in Brazil. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was another incredible opportunity too. I mean, all of the big drivers, only 16 drivers from all over the world from many different disciplines are chosen to do the X Games every time. And I was one of them for the 2013 in Brazil. So, and especially doing it at home, in front of all of the friends and family that were able to actually go because so much closer for them. It was incredible. A great vibe, yeah. It was amazing.
That's right, because you're from Brazil. You got to
Yeah.
go back to Brazil and race in the X Games. So
Yeah.
cool. And then you also worked for a decade at Disney,
Yep.
doing their Lights Motors action show. And as I understand it, you actually drove that hero car for the very last show of Lights Motors action. Isn't that right?
Yes, I was chosen also to do the Last Hero, which was amazing because we were there for, like you said, 10 years myself, and we did, I did actually over 5,000 shows live over there, and it was incredible. And that's another great place to be because we were doing, rain, shine, in any conditions, and jumping, driving in two wheels and everything.
Right, I was going to say,
Yeah.
you guys were doing jumps and two wheels and going through fire, crazy stuff over there. What's next?
Well, a lot of opportunities with movies are coming because specifically because of Mad Max this year, but also because of my experience with different other disciplines in racing. And also, we are working hard on driver safety for the road as well. I do a lot of programs and I create a lot of modules using the techniques and experience that we have to create classes and modules for safety driving on the street. So we do a lot of that. And also, hopefully back into racing now that I have a little more time again in between the movies, because that's my passion. So.
Very, very cool. And there should be another Mad Max coming out. I don't know when, but there's talk of another one in the works. And then I know you had also mentioned another Fast and Furious, and these are possible projects for you.
Yep, Fast and Furious, and Mad Max for sure. It's coming. Probably next year. So hopefully we'll be busy.
Incredible, incredible. Well, listen, we are running out of time. I have a little bit of news to catch all of our ballroom folks up on, but I want to say thank you so much for these fantastic, fantastic stories. It is so much fun to talk to you and hear a little bit about behind the scenes at Mad Max Fury Road.
No, thank you, and my pleasure. It's my passion, and I'm just glad to be in the right place in the right time to be able to do my passion.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the dream, right?
Yep,
do what
living
you
the
love.
dream.
Do what you love. So Central Florida Community Arts recently had their show, A Night on the Red Carpet, and want to applaud them for having dancers on the stage and also dancers up in the air. L'Oreal and her aerial angels lit up the stage, or actually lit up the sky, at A Night on the Red Carpet with the Central Florida Community Arts. I also want to mention that the Orlando Fringe Festival starts today. It is the 25th anniversary of the Fringe Festival, so make sure you get your button and head on over to Lock Haven Park for some fringing fun and celebrate that 25th anniversary with them. Next week, we're going to have more Fringe details for you, so make sure that you tune in. I do want to mention that orlandofringe.org is the site to go to. They're going to give you all sorts of different information on how to fringe and what's available. And additionally, if you go to the OrlandoSentinel.com, you can see which shows are getting the best reviews. Matt Palm, who is the arts and theater critic for the Orlando Sentinel, is going to be reviewing 70-plus shows at the Orlando Fringe Festival. Incredible, right? He's going to see a lot of shows.
Might need a scooter to go from one show to the other.
Yes, he does. He's got a team of writers supporting him, of which I am one of, so I will be seeing, I think I'm 25 shows this year.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that I'll be reviewing. So make sure you check out OrlandoSentinel.com to see those reviews. And finally, in national news, are you watching Dancing with the Stars?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Here and there, in between everything.
It's time for the finals. We now know our top three. So let me start with this. The folks who got cut on last Monday's episode were Wanye and Lindsay, and also Antonio. There's Wanye and Lindsay, and then also Antonio and Sharna we said goodbye to. I'm so sorry, Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Your football player is no longer on the dance floor. So that leaves us with our top three finalists, and those three finalists are Ginger and Val. We also have Paige and Mark, And Niall and Peta will round it out for the finals of Dancing with the Stars. Make sure that you tune in to ABC on Monday night to see who takes away the Mirror Ball Trophy. Since I have 1 minute left, I'm going to use it. Did you watch the season that Elio was on?
Yes, a little bit. I watched, I was traveling a lot at the time, but I did. I actually raced, I was actually racing with Helio, for a couple of years in Indy Lights and stuff, so I know him well, and it was amazing to see him just do that.
He won the Mirror Ball
I know.
with Julianne Hough. He was incredible. I can't remember which season number it was, but he set the stage on fire.
Yeah, he was incredible to watch. I didn't expect that he was going to be that good, and then out of nowhere, he's picked it up. And
do you think that there's some correlation with being a really great driver and being a good dancer?
I think it helps because of the coordination, the hand-eye and all that, and legs and everything. You have to be so aware of your body and your senses, so I think it does help a lot.
Yeah, I thought so too, and especially now that I'm learning more from you about, all of the different cues that you have to be taking, the awareness, it's pretty incredible.
And the timing too, because believe it or not, for us the engine is music. And we have to use that to our advantage. That's dictating a lot of our timing for what we're doing. So I think it creates an awareness and a speed. Our brain works in a speed that is a lot faster than normal to do that 200 miles an hour, So, yeah.
That reminds me, yes, 200 miles an hour when you're racing, but when you were on the Mad Max set, how fast were you guys going?
We had some moments that were doing 120,
wow.
130, yeah, over the desert, with the people on top. Don't tell anybody. I had the stunt coordinator's son on top doing that, 120.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That's pretty unbelievable
Yeah,
and terrifying. That puts every roller coaster I've ever ridden to shame. Very cool, Eduardo. Listen, thank you again so much for being here. This was so much fun. And best wishes on your future movie-making endeavors and your future driving endeavors as well. Thank you so much for joining us on the Ballroom Beat.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
And again, make sure you tune in next week when we stream live at 5:30. We're going to talk about the Orlando Fringe Festival, and we'll also let you know who takes home the Mirror Ball Trophy. All of that and more next week on the Ballroom Beat.
Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Got 2 left feet. Get on the ballroom beat. They're dancing in the street. They're on the ballroom beat. We can tango, we can swing, we can do anything. Walking through the door and waltz on the floor. You wanna feel the heat? Get on the ballroom beat. Cha-cha on the ballroom beat. Foxtrot on the ballroom beat. Salsa on the ballroom beat.